Hola Chicas, welcome back to my channel. So today I wanted to do a purpley smoky holiday-ish kind of look. So I created this look right here. So it is a smoky purple using the cut crease technique, and I also applied some glitter on top of my cut crease using the Magnificent Metals from Stila. This is in the rose gold retro shade, which I am definitely loving. I use a lot of new products that I have never used before in my channel. And I have to say I am really happy with this look. Definitely loving the highlighter. It's a new highlighter, so you're going to have to stick around to watch the video. I don't really have anything else to say except I hope you guys enjoyed this look and enjoyed this video. So let's get started. Okay, so because I'm going to do kind of like a heavy eye makeup today, I'm going to start with my eyes versus my face, which I always start with. So I'm going to start by priming my eyes, and I'm going to be using the Mary Kay eye primer. Okay, so once that is set, I'm going to go ahead and set that in place with a powder. And I'm actually going to be using these, the Revolution Luxury Baking Powder. So I just recently got this from Ulta. I have mixed feelings about it because I've only used it once, and the one time that I did use it, it left like very noticeable marks on my face where I had placed it before. Even after I removed it, it was like it was still there. So I don't know if I used too much. I'm gonna try to use a little bit less today and see if that will make a difference. So for the eyes today, I wanted to do something purpley, smoky, but kind of holiday-ish, because, you know, we are on my favorite time of year. We are celebrating the holidays, so I wanted to do something that you guys could kind of recreate, that is not too hard to recreate. So let's see what we come up with. I'm going to start by using the NYX Ultimate palette, which you guys have seen I've used before on my channel. Definitely love the pigmentation. It's amazing. It's only $18 and you get so many vibrant colors. They also have different Ultimate palettes. They have like a warm tone one. They have a neutral color one. They have this vibrant one. I don't know how many exactly they have, but they have enough to make different looks and all that. So, and I'm going to start quickly with my M576 blending brush from Morphe. And I'm going to start by using the lightest shade of purple here, which is like a really light lavender. And we're going to apply that on our crease. So it's going to be on my skin. It's going to be very fair, I have very fair skin, so it's going to be very light on my skin, but enough to where you can kind of see it. If you have darker skin, just go for a little darker shade, but still not too dark, because we want to transition, right, from like a light shade to like darker on your lid. So now that I'm happy with that, I'm going to go ahead and move to a darker shade of purple, and I'm going to be using this one right here on the other end of the palette, and I'm going to use kind of a smaller brush, a smaller blending brush. So if you can see, you'll see this one is the one I just used, right, for the lighter shade, and it's bigger than this one, not by much, but it's this one is smaller enough to where it'll make a difference. It'll be more defined on the crease. This one, because I want it to be more defined, I'm going to keep it tighter on the crease. So now that I'm happy how it's looking, I'm going to blend everything with the original brush I used before, the M576. I'm just going to blend both colors because we don't want any harsh lines. So we want to blend everything as much as possible. So I like how everything is blended now. So we are going to go ahead and move on to another palette. This is not a new palette, but it's a huge palette, and I've never used it on my channel, but it's the Jaclyn Hill palette. I got this, as you can see, I got this a while ago. It's already all dirty. I love this palette. I love this palette for everyday look and for special holiday dramatic looks, because it has a little bit of everything, as everyone is aware of. And please excuse mine is used, dirty, all that, right? So, which is how a palette is supposed to look. You're supposed to use it, right? Okay, so we are going to use this purple shade right here, and we're going to use that more on our outer corner only. So we're going to switch brushes again. We're going to use a smaller brush. I'm going to go ahead and use this M578 brush for Morphe. It's a dome shape and it's very dense, which is what I want. So I'm going to apply it only on the outer corner. Okay, so now that I am happy with the way it looks, I am going to take the same brush that I used to apply the purple, and I am going to very, very lightly tap into the black shade right here. And I don't think this is like a true black shade. I think it has like some blue or green in it. Not sure. But it's very pigmented. And this is just for more definition, more dimension. And again, let's go back with the brush and blend everything together. It's okay that right now it doesn't look blended here because we're going to cut the crease and we're going to add another color on there, right? So let's take a brush to cut the crease with, and I'm going to be using, I'm not going to use this one. So I'm going to take this M113 brush from Morphe, and I'm going to be using that to cut the crease. And to cut the crease, I'm going to be using the same foundation that I'm going to be applying, which is the MAC Studio Fix Fluid foundation. So I'm just going to take whatever little it's on the cap. Like I said before, I have big eyes. So if I follow my natural crease to cut the crease, my eyes are going to look even bigger, right? Because it's going to attract attention right there, which I don't want that. So I'm going to go a little underneath my natural crease. So I have to be careful because if I move my eyes up when it's still wet, it's going to transfer onto my crease, right? So let's see. Oh, that's a lot. So as you can see, I've already done it. It's already dried, and I've already cut the crease just on my inner corner all the way to basically like half of my eye, right? My eyelid. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm not going to set that before applying the eyeshadow because I want the shadow to stick even more. And I'm going to use a shimmer color. So I'm going to use this one right here. The first one right here. And I don't have the names. I know some palettes came with a little sheet with all the names. Mine did not. So I'm just pointing. And I'm going to use the same brush that I applied my concealer, my foundation with. And just apply that on top. So now that I've applied that, we're going to go ahead and blend that in the middle part of the eye because we don't want any harsh lines, right? So I'm going to take the same brush and I'm going to very lightly dip it in that purple shade, and I'm going to blend everything. Again, tapping motions, and I'm going to go in a little bit into the white part and just tap, tap, tap. So I am going to go ahead and take my Stila magnetic, what is it? The Magnificent Metals, and I'm going to take the shade Rose Gold Retro. And I am going to take that shade to kind of cut the crease once again, only with this. So I'm going to use a small liner brush. I'm going to be using the M160 from and it's going to look something like this. So let me go ahead and take this brush right here, this little brush. I don't even know where this is from. Oh, it's from Essence of Beauty. And I'm going to go into that same color that I used for my eyelid, and I'm going to use it on my brow bone. So we're done with the eye look, where we still have to do the lower eye, but we're going to do our face first. So I've already applied moisturizer, my Clinique moisturizer. You guys know that's my, currently that's my go-to moisturizer. I really, really like it. So because it's the holidays, we want to do like glowy, glam, healthy looking skin, all that full coverage etc. So I'm going to go ahead and use this L'Oreal Magic Lumi Light Infusing Primer. Okay, this is not going to be my primer. My primary primer is going to be the Tarte Clean Slate Timeless Primer, which is very thick, but it's great to give you that perfect skin look, right? So we're going to apply this first. I'm going to go ahead and apply a little bit of this just to give us some glow. Right? Probably should have shook it first, but. And we're going to go ahead and move on to our foundation. And like I said before, I'm going to be using the MAC Studio Fix Fluid Foundation. I am in the shade NW15. And let's go with the L'Oreal Makeup Sponge and blend everything together. So once we're satisfied with the way our foundation looks, I'm going to go ahead and apply concealer. Right, we're going to do our concealer. I'm going to be using the Tarte Shape Tape, and I said it right for the first time ever here in my channel. I'm going to go ahead and take that loose powder again, that setting powder that just spilled all over my table. And I'm going to take another makeup sponge. I'm going to be using the NYX one, only because it's better for getting that under eye. So let me go ahead and do my contour. So I'm going to go ahead and use my Butter Bronzer, and I'm going to take my R14 brush, which I think is great for contour. And let's bring some color to our face, some more color. We're going to go ahead and use this Hickory blush. Hickory? Yeah, in the shade, I want to say Tango. And I got this one on one of my Ipsy bags way long time ago. It is a full-size product, so there's a lot of product in here. And because it's very pigmented and bright, we're just going to use a little bit. I will just take my Tarte Smooth Operator powder, and I will kind of go over that, right? And now we're going to go ahead and apply our highlighter, and I am so excited about this. So excited. So I got this new highlighter from Ulta, and it's Ulta brand, Ulta Beauty Rainbow Highlighter. It is so cute. And the best thing about this highlighter is that you can, you know, kind of swipe through the whole thing for a rainbow effect, or you can go into the individual colors for specific colors. You can use them as eyeshadows. I mean, it is, you know, awesome. So let me just find my highlighter brush right here, and I'm going to go ahead and apply it. And I like to focus it on the top shades because I absolutely love the top shades, but it is so pigmented that a little bit goes a long way, so we cannot overdo it, right? I mean, we can, but we shouldn't. So now that we've done all that, we're quickly going to do our lower lash. I'm going to take this small brush. It's also a blending brush. It's the M506. I'm going to take this small blending brush, and I'm going to go ahead and apply the same first color that I used, this light lavender shade right here. So now that I have that color in place, I'm going to go ahead and use the darker one that I use from the same palette right here, this darker purple, and I'm going to just use a small angle brush, and I'm going to apply that tightly to our lash line. So now we're going to apply our eyeliner on the waterline. We're not going to do, and I'm using the Urban Decay 24/7 waterline eye pencil in the shade Legend. And I am going to go ahead and do my eyebrows. I'm going to do it off camera, and then I am going to so I'm going to do my eyebrows, and I am going to apply my falsies, false lashes, which I will be using the BH Cosmetics Studio Pro lashes. These are the D302, so I'm going to be using that, and I will be right back. And now that I've done this, I'm going to go ahead and fix everything in place, set everything in place with the Too Faced Hangover 3-in-1 replenishing primer and setting spray. And of course, this is also going to help all those powders just kind of melt onto your skin and not look extra powdery or cakey or anything like that, right? And as you can see, this is the final look. I've already done my eyebrows, my eyelashes, and I also applied my lipstick, and I used this Urban Decay Vice Liquid lipstick in the shade Unbroken. And I am really liking this color, so I think it ties everything, the whole look together. So this is the final look. I hope you guys liked it. I hope you guys enjoyed it, and like the new products that I use. I use some new products that I have never used before on my channel. So again, I hope you guys like it, and I hope you guys try to create it for this holiday or something similar using the colors that you guys love. So I will see you next time on my next video.